Early life and football career. Lady Joseph Anoa'i, known to the world as Roman Reigns, was born on May 25, 1985, in Pensacola, Florida. Coming from the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family, which includes names like The Rock, Rikishi, and the Usos, Roman had wrestling in his blood. However, his first passion was football. He played college football at Georgia Tech as a defensive tackle and had aspirations to make it big in the NFL. Unfortunately, despite brief stints with the Minnesota Vikings and Jacksonville Jaguars, his football career never took off due to medical concerns. After stepping away from football, Roman found himself at a crossroads. Inspired by his family's rich wrestling legacy, he decided to follow in their footsteps and transition into professional wrestling. Beginning in WWE, the Shield era in 2010, Roman signed a developmental contract with WWE and started training in Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW. 2 years later, in 2012, he made his main roster debut at Survivor Series as part of the faction The Shield, alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. The trio quickly became a dominant force in WWE, bringing a new level of intensity to the company. With Roman's powerhouse strength, Seth's agility, and Ambrose's unpredictability, The Shield took on some of WWE's biggest names, including John Cena, The Undertaker, and Evolution. Their reign as a team lasted nearly 2 years, before Seth Rollins betrayed them in 2014, leading to the group's dissolution and the beginning of Roman Reigns' solo career. The push and fan backlash. As a singles competitor, WWE positioned Roman as the next face of the company. He won the 2015 Royal Rumble, but this victory was met with an unexpected negative reaction from fans, who wanted Daniel Bryan to win instead. Even an endorsement from The Rock couldn't stop the boos that night. WWE, however, remained committed to pushing Roman as the top star. He went on to headline WrestleMania 31, facing Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Though he lost after Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, this match showcased his potential as a main event player. Over the next few years, Roman Reigns found himself in a love-hate relationship with the WWE Universe. While he won multiple WWE championships, many fans continued to reject his forced push. Despite this, WWE continued to book him in high-profile feuds against the likes of Triple H, Braun Strowman, and The Undertaker, whom he famously defeated at WrestleMania 33, marking the possible end of the Deadman's career, though Undertaker later returned for a few more matches. Battle with leukemia and triumphant return. Just when it seemed like Roman had cemented his place at the top, tragedy struck. In October 2018, he shocked the world by announcing that he had been battling leukemia for 11 years and that the disease had returned. In an emotional segment on Monday Night Raw, he relinquished the Universal Championship and took a leave of absence to focus on his health. The WWE Universe, regardless of past criticisms, rallied behind him, sending prayers and support from all corners of the world. After undergoing treatment, Roman made a miraculous return in February 2019, announcing that he was in remission. His comeback was met with universal praise, and for the first time in years, he was fully embraced by fans. This period showed his resilience, both as a person and a performer, proving that he was more than just a WWE superstar, he was a fighter in real life too. The Tribal Chief era. While Roman had always been positioned as a hero, his character felt stale. Fans wanted something fresh, and in 2020, they finally got it. At SummerSlam 2020, Roman returned with a new, ruthless attitude and aligned himself with Paul Heyman, officially turning heel. He rebranded himself as the Tribal Chief, a dominant and egotistical leader of his family, and soon captured the Universal Championship. As the Tribal Chief, Roman was no longer trying to win over fans. Instead, he embraced the role of a ruthless and calculating champion, demanding loyalty from his family members, including the Usos. This version of Roman Reigns was unlike anything the WWE Universe had seen before. His "Acknowledge Me" catchphrase became iconic, and he dominated opponents like Edge, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Drew McIntyre. Under his leadership, the Bloodline faction became one of WWE's most dominant groups, ruling SmackDown and controlling the championship scene. His storytelling and in-ring psychology reached new heights, making this one of the greatest title reigns in WWE history. Breaking records in WrestleMania 39 by 2023, Roman Reigns had held the Universal Championship for over 1,000 days, an achievement not seen since the Hulk Hogan era. He walked into WrestleMania 39 as the undisputed champion, facing Cody Rhodes, who was determined to fulfill his family legacy. Many expected Roman to finally lose the title, but with some controversial interference, he retained his championship, continuing his historic reign. Despite criticisms of his long title run, there was no denying that Roman Reigns had transformed into WWE's biggest star. His heel persona and ability to control the crowd proved that he had evolved into one of the greatest of all time. Legacy and impact. Roman Reigns' journey in WWE is a testament to perseverance. From being rejected as a forced hero to reinventing himself as an unstoppable villain. He proved that true greatness isn't given, it's earned. His battles with criticism, leukemia, and personal loss only made him stronger, and he now stands as one of the most dominant champions in WWE history. Whether you love him or hate him, Roman Reigns has changed the landscape of WWE forever. And as long as he reigns, the world will continue to acknowledge him.